Yes, sir. You are watching Breaking Box Office Live here on this Sunday morning while everyone else is gathering the numbers and trying to figure out what to make of them. We are live here on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe if you have not already. We're going to save a lot of this tonight for the Sunday Night Spectacular, but I do want to get to the numbers because we just got to get through them. I mean, it's just not a fantastic time for movies. Movie theater owners have been absolutely screwed over the past several weekends. And look, it's happening yet again because we have a situation where we are looking at films that are just frankly unappetizing to the majority of people. Look at this. The Nun 2 has won 3 weekends in a row. 3 weekends in a row for this film that is forgettable. That's being kind. Me saying it's forgettable is like as nicely as I can put it. Number one film with 8.4 million. When we have the number one film in the country making less than 10 million, that tells you we're in a bad spot. The top 10 overall, $42.5 million. That's lower than a lot of films open by themselves, a big tent pole that is way under that. I mean, right? You look at a big tent pole over 100 million, look at a Barbie Oppenheimer combined 200 million plus, 43 essentially million dollars. Terrible. Expendables 4 did not do well. It opened at less than half of what the last one did at 8.3, actually a little bit more than half. But either way, why'd they bother, right? Last one at about 16, this one at about 8. Bad. Another terrible situation because, again, these films just are not appealing to anybody right now other than you, me, the hardcore people, A-listers. That's about it. Oppenheimer did cross 600 million worldwide, which is another milestone for that film as it continues to do incredible numbers. And right now, you look at between Oppenheimer and Barbie, the top two Oscar films. And if you ask me, someone asked me this week, in fact, it was Jeff Snyder. I ran into him over at the Creator Screener that I saw on Thursday night right down the street at Disney. What film are you taking to win Best Picture? I'm taking Barbie right now. I am. If you gave me money and said you have to bet on a film, I'm betting Barbie. Barbie didn't do well in IMAX. Look, only $3.2 million for the weekend. They thought that maybe we could get another, push on that. But the problem is, isn't that already on streaming? Right? Didn't Barbie go to streaming? Listen, when the things go to streaming, I don't even pay attention. Because as you know, this is only about theatrical. It's what we do here. We only discuss theatrical films. And as such, I can't believe that they even thought anyone would go see a movie that's already on streaming. We talked about that. Once you get people at home, they don't care. They're not going to go see it. And look what happened. They put it on IMAX. First time it's on IMAX. Because as you know, when it opened, Oppenheimer had those screens. And now you have it, and it only does $1,200 per. That's really bad. I mean, I looked at those sales for the IMAX Barbie, and it was like 10 people last night at 10 o'clock. 10 here in Burbank. 10. What do you think it's like in Dayton, in Waco? 1? Do they even have? They have an IMAX in Waco. And then we'll continue out. Let's go top 10, and then we'll roll this out, and we'll come back tonight. I have a lot to talk about tonight. This is just kind of this one, boom, get the information out there. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about $8.4 million for the winning film. It Lives Inside was the other new kind of wide release, 2,000 screens. That thing bombed at $1,300 per. That's the neon horror film. I didn't see it. I've heard bad things about it. But look, Expendables was only at $2,400 per. These are all terrible per screen averages. The only one that had a decent average was Dumb Money, which expanded with 4,000 per, but that's nothing great, right? That's not like 10,000 or 15 or 20 or, some of these big films when they're in that platform situation, 50,000 per. We're talking 4,000 for Dumb Money. Quickly, top 10, Nun 2, 1, Expendables. Haunting in Venice dropped 56%, so that film's dead. 25 million domestic on that. Equalizer 3 is now at 81 million. It's in fourth place. Barbie, 630.5 million. But again, IMAX did not fire for that film. No surprise. If it's on streaming, come on, man. Who wants to do that? Nobody's going to do that. And anyhow, is Barbie even an IMAX movie? I mean, IMAX is awesome, right? But Barbie? Like, I'd argue you can watch Barbie at home, right? There's nothing really IMAXy about that. Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, 6, It Lives Inside. We mentioned that, the Neon film in 7th. Dumb Money expands 608 locations and only 2.8 million in the bank so far. Not expected to be a huge hit. And I don't know. I sort of like the platforming on that, but it's not doing as well as I maybe anticipated. I thought it would just do a little bit better. Didn't expect it to be a runaway blockbuster, obviously, but a little bit better. Blue Beetle is at almost 70 million. Almost, still under at 69.8, and Oppenheimer there at 321 million in 10th place. And that's it. I mean, 42 million make that on the total top 10. It's bad. It's a bad weekend, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. We'll have more tonight, though. I really want to get into a whole bunch of things tonight on the Sunday Evening Spectacular, including the biggest shill of the week we have ever done. It's not just going to be about hammering someone. It's going to be about the larger issue with film criticism, although tonight we're going to change the name of the majority of film critics to something else, and we'll tell you what that is. It's not shills. I'll tell you what that is tonight when we're back at around 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock on the West Coast. Might push that to 8:15. We'll let you know. Check out, get the obviously the alerts, and you know when I'm on. It's that simple. Thanks for being here, guys. We're back here tonight on the Sunday Evening Spectacular, live from LA. Peace. See you tonight.